Hey Lisa,
Hi,
good.
how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I don't see your face.
Oh, my hair's a mess.
That's okay. No worries. So you're going to record, and then do you want me to just turn it off when I'm done?
I'm gonna switch the host to you.
Your hair doesn't look messy.
I didn't brush it already. I rolled out, made coffee, walked in the house, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hop on.
That's so funny. Yeah, so then if you do that, then I can just turn off at the end, like stop recording.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. We do that now.
That way you don't have to sit through every class, right?
Exactly, yeah. Especially because the baby normally wakes up around this time.
Oh.
So it's
No, I'm sure that's tough. Yeah, so I'll just press turn off record at the end.
awesome. Yeah, at the bottom right, you'll see end the meeting, and that's all you have to do.
Oh, okay, so that'll just end it. Okay, perfect.
But it records on my computer, so it's all good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, then let's get started.
Okay.
Have a great class, Justine.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
All right. I just want to make sure I can see you too, Justine. All right, so let's just get started in a nice tall seat at the top of your mat.
Okay.
I'm going to just start with a gentle meditation. You can put a block underneath. Do you have a block, Justine?
Yeah, I have one block.
Okay, awesome. So you could put a block underneath your tush if you want, or you could just have it to the side. But just start to settle into your mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open up your mouth, sigh it out. Let it all go. One more time. Breath in. Breath out. Notice all of the points of contact, the outer edges of your feet, your sit bones, your calves, and just start to lengthen up from your tailbone up through the crown of your head. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears and roll them down your back a couple of times, just like that. And start to settle into your breath. Notice each inhalation, each exhalation. And you're not doing anything to change the breath, you're just noticing it. Relax the area between your eyebrows. Release the jaw. You can even open up your mouth. Stick out your tongue. And notice anything that comes up for you, any physical sensations in your body. And where you are, tune into where you are today emotionally. Notice how you're feeling. Again, no judgment, just noticing it. And like a wave, just letting it wash through you. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in. Breath out. And then gently open up your eyes. And inhale your arms all the way up overhead. And on the exhale, gently twist over to your right side, bringing your right hand behind your right hip and taking your left hand onto your right knee. And you're just going to gaze out over your right shoulder. Really kind of making that twist come from your belly, not from your low back. Come back through center. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, twist over to the left side, right hand on the left knee, gazing out over the left shoulder. And you can pull into your knee with your hands, deepen the twist here. Inhale, come back through center, and then make your way into your tabletop position. And come into your child's pose. So you're going to sit your hips back towards your heels, bring the forehead onto the mat, and reach your arms out in front of you. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. And relax the shoulders away from your ears as you keep pressing your sit bones back towards your heels. Ujjayi, breath in and out through the nose. And then press into your hands, tuck your toes, come into your downward facing dog. Lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Pressing your heels back down towards the mat. Keep pressing into your palms to get your chest closer towards your thighs. And start to pedal out your feet. Take any movements that feel good here. Bending one knee and then the other. Moving your head from side to side. Shaking it out, yes. Shaking it out, no. Nice. And then slowly taking teeny tiny baby steps, walk your feet towards your hands, coming into ragdoll at the top of your mat. And then you can grab opposite elbows, or maybe you grab your shins behind your shins and let the crown of your head just lengthen down towards the floor. Really release your head. Let your neck get really nice and long here. Press into all four corners of both feet. And then slowly roll up to stand, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing your hands to prayer. Close your eyes. Take a breath in, breath out, and just set an intention for your practice today. It could be a word, a phrase, anything that you need more of today. What is it that you need? What motivated you to show up today on your mat? Keep that word at the forefront of your brain. Come back to it every time your mind starts to wander. Breath in, breath out. Inhale the arms all the way up. Look up in between your hands. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down. Come back into your high plank, top of a push-up. So bring your toes, come onto your tippy toes and start to shift your weight forward so that your shoulders stack right over your wrists. Really strengthen through the legs. Feel how active your quads are. Pull the belly in and up. Gaze top of the mat. And then gently make your way down. You can come into your chaturanga, squeezing your elbows into the side body. You can drop onto your knees and lower all the way down into your cobra, pressing into your forearms to lift your heart through, coming into that mini back bend. And then on your exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. And take 3 full cycles of breath here. Inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, walk, hop, float to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, exhale, forward fold. Inhale the arms all the way up, coming into our sun A's. We're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, and go into your high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths here. Tune into that Ujjayi breath. Fire it up and make it nice and loud. You're going to link your movements with your breath. And your breath is going to be a reminder to stay in the present moment. So your brain isn't wandering away, thinking about everything you have to do. It's staying with the breath. Each inhale and each exhale, keeping you in the present moment. Bend the knees, look to the top of your mat, hop, walk, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. You can, again, come onto your knees if you need to and modify. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 3 breaths here. Bend the knees, look in between the hands, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come into your chair pose. Sit your hips low. And we're going to build your chair from the ground up. So press into all 4 corners of both feet. Lift your toes up. And then relax them gently down onto the mat. Look down, make sure you can see all your toes. And start sitting a little bit deeper, feeling the burning in your thighs. Your arms are right, your biceps are right by your ears. Sit a little bit deeper, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot, you're going to step your right foot in between your hands, coming into warrior 1. The back heel spins down. And you can find your balance here for a second and then rise up. Keeping a deep bend in that right knee. So again, tune into your alignment here. Press down into that right big toe. Keep the deep bend in your right knee. You want your knee stacked right over your ankle. And the outer edge of your left foot is grounding down into the mat. From here, square your hips to the front of the room. So gently take your right hip back and let your left hip shift forward. You can actually self-adjust yourself here. Actually take your hands and move that right hip back as you lunge deeper into that right knee. Suck the belly in and up, and then reach the arms up overhead. Again, biceps by the ears. Look up. Exhale, plant the hands down, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Spin your right heel down. Warrior 1 as you rise up. Again, 90-degree angle in that left foot, left leg. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot. Bend down a little bit deeper. Inhale. Exhale, plant both hands down, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Bend the knees, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. Sit really low, come to that deepest point, that lowest point that you were at just a second ago, and then forward fold, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the tops of the feet. Keep the thighs lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Rise up, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, high to low plank. Again, linking your breath to your movement here. Upward facing dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Breath in, breath out. Bend the knees, hop or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Last sun be here, sit back, come into your chair. Forward fold, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale as you rise up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open up your mouth, side out. Ha. One more time, breath in. Breath out. And then lift your right leg up. Bend your knees, stack your hips open. Maybe you do a few knee circles. Whatever feels good here. And then come back into your three-legged dog. So your right leg is lifting. Both shoulders are square to the mat. And then you're going to take your right foot and you're going to bring it towards your left hand, coming into your fallen triangle. So you're stepping the right foot through the hands, and then you're going to lift your left arm up. Spread energy out through those left fingertips. Press down into your right hand, and then bring your left hand down back to the floor. Swing that right leg up behind you, coming back into your three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Bend the knees, stack the hip open. Again, take some knee circles. Opening up the hips here. Bringing some movement into the joints. And then you're going to lift that left leg up, coming into your three-legged dog. Lift it up right behind you. Look at your right hand. And then bring the left foot towards your right wrist. Coming onto the outer edge of your right foot. Reach the arm up into your fallen triangle. Gaze up at the top right thumb. Keep lifting the hip away from the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Plant the right hand down. Swing the left leg back up into your three-legged dog. And then come into your downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Right leg lifts, and then hug it in knee to nose. Really squeeze that knee towards your nose. Pull everything in. Look in between your hands and step the foot in between your hands. And then come high up onto the ball of your left foot. Maybe you just stay here for a second, finding your balance, bending into that right knee, coming onto your fingertips, and just finding that balance. When you're ready, reach your arms up overhead, high crescent lunge. Nice, really nice, Justine. So you're pressing into that left toe. The heel is stacking over the toes. And then bring your hands to heart center, twist over to the right side. You're connecting your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. It's beautiful. I can see what you're doing and you look great. Press your elbow into your knee to deepen your twist here. Come back into your high crescent lunge center. And then spiral that back foot down, warrior two, opening up towards this back wall, bending into that right knee. Flip your front palm, reach up and back, reverse your warrior. Your left hand can slide down your leg. It can come towards your right hip crease. But keep feeling that lengthening through the right side body. You really want to get nice and long here and feel that stretch as you reach your right hand towards the back of the room. Breath in, breath out. Take your right hand down and you can bring it to the floor or onto a block. Or you can rest your right elbow, right forearm onto your right thigh for your extended side angle. So different options where you can place your hand. Your hand can be right resting on your thigh. You can bring it down to the floor onto a block. What you're really looking for is that opening in the chest. You're spiraling your chest open towards the side wall, gazing up at your left hand. And then bending, using your core, the muscles in your core, come back up into your warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach up and back. Keep that bend in your right knee. And now start to really shift the weight into your right foot. So you're almost like kind of playing with that weight going into your right foot. And then we're going to come into half moon. You can take a block to the in front of your right foot, about 6 inches in front of your right foot, and then just hop up into your half moon. It can look messy, doesn't have to be perfect. My fingertips are just grazing the top of my ceiling here. You're lifting your left leg up a little bit more. And we're going to do a bunch of these half moons. So just kind of get comfortable with the idea of it. Just bend into that right knee if you need to. And then bend your left knee and drop your left foot back, coming back into your warrior two. Breath in, breath out. Cartwheel your hands down to frame your right foot. Step the right foot to meet the left in your high plank. And then you can take a flow, lowering down, chaturanga, or coming onto your knees. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to do that all on the left side. So you're going to lift your left leg up. Hug it in, knee to nose. Really squeeze that knee in towards your core, towards your belly. Look in between your hands. Step the foot in between the hands. High crescent lunge as you rise up. Again, take your time, find your balance. No rush, you have nowhere to go right now, so take your time. Set the pose up from the ground up. So really strong foundation in your feet. Bring your hands to heart center, twist over to the left side. Again, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And you're pressing the elbow into the knee to lift the heart up a little bit more. Come back to your high crescent lunge center. Open up warrior two. Nice. Keep that bend in your left knee. Flip your front palm, reach up and back. Right hand comes down the right thigh. Left arm reaching up. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh. Reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Or you can bring the left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Again, you're really trying to get the chest open. So feel like your belly button is shining open to the side of the wall. Reach the top arm up. Breath in. Breath out. Keep that Ujjayi breath here. Don't lose it. Come back up, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach up, reach back. And we're gonna come into that half moon. So you're gonna bring that block in front of your left foot. And then launch into your half moon, pressing the weight into your left foot. And then when you're ready, reach the right arm up. Maybe take that right foot up a little bit higher. Yep, nice. The heel is higher than the toes. I see you, that looks perfect. Inhale and exhale. Bend your left knee, come back into your warrior two. And then gaze down at your feet. Bring both hands down to frame your left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And take your flow. Lowering down into your chaturanga. Inhaling through upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Bend your knees, look in between your hands, hop or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, unfold. Inhale, chair pose. Coming back into your chair, sitting the hips low. And again, check in with your tailbone. So your tailbone isn't sticking up. You don't have that arch in your back. You're literally bringing your tailbone down towards the floor, pulling the belly in and up, and sinking into your feet. Your hips are almost parallel to your knees. Bring your hands to heart center, twist over to the right side. Just here for a second, come back to center. Bring the biceps by the ears, chair pose center. And then twist over to the left. Come back through center. Twist to the right. And one more time, come back through center. And then over to the left. Come back through center, breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release. Nice work. Heel toe your feet, hips width distance apart. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Bend your knees and drop your belly onto your thighs. Then your elbows, letting the crown of the head come down towards the floor. Again, shake your head out. Yes, shake your head out. No. Noticing the quality of your breath. And noticing if you tend to hold your breath during the harder poses. Just notice that and really try to focus in on the breath. If you're holding your breath, notice it and then release it. Bring your palms right underneath your feet, gorilla pose. So you're stepping on your palms, toes are right up by the wrists. Again, bend the elbows, drop the head and neck. And then release your hands from your feet, lower down into your Malasana squat. So your heels turn in, your toes turn out. And if you have a block, you can just put it right underneath your tush and sit here. We're gonna take 5 breaths in your Malasana. So your chest is lifted, tailbone is sinking down towards the floor. Bring your hands to heart center. And use your elbows to press your knees apart. So you're really going for that opening in the groin, using your own elbows to open up the legs here a little bit more, pressing the knees away from each other. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you have a block, remove it. And staying in your squat, bring your hands out in front of you. Nice. And you're gonna lift your tailbone just up towards your knees, about 1 inch, so that your hips are parallel with your knees. This is gonna feel like it is burning, and that's what it should. So we're just gonna stay here and we're gonna pulse down towards the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here, and then maybe you can lift your left heel up off the mat, maybe your right heel. I know this is killing you. It's killing me. So hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift everything up towards the ceiling. Nice release. Bring your arms up overhead. Extended mountain pose. Take a slight back bend at the top. And exhale the hands through heart center. Shake out your feet. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. If you need to towel off or grab water, go for that. And anytime if you need to come into child's pose, do that. Feel free to do that. So coming back into our chair pose, wrap the right thigh over the left and come into your eagle pose, your eagle. So you could have your big toe pressing into the mat. You can wrap your right arm under, bring the left arm on top, or you can just grab opposite shoulders. Maybe you lift the right foot away from the floor. Sink your hips low. Ujjayi breath. Drishti, the gaze is right out in front. And then release that right leg, kick it out behind you as you hinge forward from the hips, coming into your airplane pose. Flex your right foot, turn the toes to face the mat. And again, your hands can be wherever they are. You can bring them to heart center, you can reach them out in front of you. And if you're shaking or wobbling, that's fine, that's what I just did. Keep finding that breath. And then bring your left hand down towards the floor, coming back into half moon. Right leg lifts. Chest open, top arm reaching up towards the ceiling. One more breath in. Exhale, bring both hands down. Keep that right leg lifted in your standing split. Think about getting your nose towards your left knee. Keep flexing through that right foot, driving the heel towards the wall behind you. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right foot to meet the left, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soft bend to the knees as you rise all the way up. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands through heart center. Shake it out. Chair pose. Left thigh crosses over the right. Left arm under, right arm on top. Eagle pose. Ground down into that right big toe. And keep pulling the belly in. Your core is helping you to stabilize here. Lift your elbows up a little bit higher so they're in line with your shoulders, and then pull your palms away from your face. Sit a little bit deeper. Airplane pose, unravel your hands. Extend that left leg out behind you. Wobble, shake. Flex the left foot. Toes pointing down towards the floor. Hands can be on blocks or reaching out behind you. Half moon, bringing the right hand down towards the floor onto a block. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting that left leg up a little bit more so the leg's in line with your left hip. Left shoulder stacking over the right. Fingertips are spread, energy out through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, standing split, both hands down to the floor. Bringing your knee towards, your nose towards your right knee. Exhale, left foot meets the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward in between the hands. Triangle pose on the right side. So you're bringing your right foot forward. Spiral that left heel down. And start to straighten out your right knee. The right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. I like to use a block here to the outside of my right foot. Perfect, Justine. Press down into your right hand. Lift the left arm up. And then keep sending your left hip back. So imagine picture an imaginary wall behind you, and you're leaning everything back towards this imaginary wall. Bring attention to your left foot. Press into that left foot. Bend your right knee, warrior two. And then pivot your right foot to face the long edge of your mat. All 10 toes are now facing the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale. Exhale, fold over the legs. Take your legs really wide here. Come onto your forearms. Relax the jaws, all the muscles in the face. Ujjayi breath. Halfway lift to a flat back. Walk your hands to frame your right foot. Pyramid pose. You're going to hop your left foot in about halfway up the mat. Your right knee is straight. You can have a slight micro bend in that knee, but try to straighten it out as much as you can. Inhale to a flat back, and then take your right hip back. Let your left hip shift forward. Once your hips are nice and square, fold over that right leg. Ground both heels into the mat. The center of both heels are pressing into the mat. Forehead towards your shin. Bend gently into this right knee. And walk your left foot back a little bit more. Rise up into your warrior two. Flip your front palm, reach up and back. One last time, half moon on the right side, bringing the right hand down towards the floor onto the block. Lifting that left leg up. Finding the lightness. This is the third time we're doing it, so maybe we find a little lightness in that right hand. We're coming up to the fingertips. One more breath in. Exhale, standing split. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down. Take your flow. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, triangle pose. Spiral that right foot, that right heel to the mat. Straighten out the left knee. And bring your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Sending both hips back. Reaching that right arm up towards the ceiling. Nice. Straighten out that left knee a little bit more if you can. Nice. Bend the left knee, warrior 2 on the inhale. Exhale, pivot all 10 toes to face the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Maybe you take your hands to the outside edges of your ankles or outside of your ankles. You can interlace your hands behind your low back. If you do that, just bring your palms away from your low back, opening up through the shoulders. And again, let your breath help you here. With every exhale, let the crown of your head drop closer towards the floor. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your left foot. And hop that right foot in about halfway up your mat. Straighten out through that left knee. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale and fold. Bend back into that left knee. Walk your right foot back a little bit more. Warrior 2 on your inhale. Flip your front palm, reach up, reach back. Exhale, half moon, left hand to the floor onto the block. Right arm up. And lift that right leg up. You got it, yes. Flex the foot. Bring the heels higher than the toes. Gaze up at your right hand. Standing split, bring both hands down to frame your left foot. Turn the toes of your right foot down towards the floor. Knee towards your left, nose towards your left knee. And release. Bring the right foot to the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant both hands down. Take your flow. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Drop your knees onto your mat. Come into our camel pose. So your knees are about hips width distance apart. And you're pressing into your shin bones here. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Bring your hands into your low back. And gently, keeping your quads really active here, start to let your hips press towards the front of the room. And maybe this is as far as you go in your camel. You can come onto your tippy toes and reach the hands towards the heels if you want to go a little bit deeper. But keep the legs really active. Drop your head. And find your breath. Gently bring your hands to your low back. Come back up and then sit your hips towards your heels. Take a breath in and a breath out. Second camel pose. You can also bring blocks to the outsides of your feet. There's another option here. And you can just reach onto the blocks. Keep sending the hips to the front of the room. Chin to chest. Lower your hips to your heels. And gently make your way onto your back, setting up for your bridge pose. So your feet are hips width distance apart. Make sure you can graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips. And then slowly start to press into your feet. Lift your hips away from the mat. Roll onto the shoulder blades. Interlace hands underneath the low back. Gaze up at the ceiling. Keep your neck nice and long. So the chin is away from the chest here. 5 full breaths. You can come onto your tippy toes if you want to deepen here. Release your hands, lower down onto the mat, upper, middle, lower back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open up wide. Take one hand to the heart, the other to the belly. Ujjayi breath is still strong here. Keep firing it up. Again, relax the eyes and the jaw. Happy baby. Bring your hands to the insides of your knees. Grab your feet and press the soles of your feet up to the ceiling. Knees coming into the armpits. And you can rock from side to side here. Maybe you lengthen one leg out and maybe the other leg. Do what feels good here. And then bring both feet together. Straighten out your legs, flex your toes towards your face. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace hands underneath your head. And keep flexing the toes towards your face. Press your belly, your spine into the mat. And we're just gonna pulse up towards our feet for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bend your knees. And we're gonna come into our bicycles or ab twists. You're gonna bring your right elbow to your left knee and switch. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, just 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hug the knees into the chest and just start to rock up and down on your mat, rocking right up into your boat pose. So you can start with your hands right behind your thighs, knees bent. Come onto your tailbone, suck the belly in like crazy. Reach the arms towards your feet, and then slowly work on straightening the legs. And we're gonna hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Gently make your way onto your back. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. And then gently rock and roll forward into your downward facing dog. Lift the right leg all the way up. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist, half pigeon. Your left leg reaches out long behind you. Top of the left foot is pressing into the mat. And you're just gonna get that right shin a little bit more parallel to the top of your mat. So I just literally shimmy that foot forward. And then coming onto your forearms or your forehead. Let yourself just surrender here to the mat. Find the stillness. Relax into the stillness. For so many of us, stillness is the challenge. It's easier to keep active, keep moving. The second you come into stillness, that's when the brain starts to take over. So challenge that here. Keep your breath. Focus on your breath and stay right here. Don't let your mind wander anywhere else. Just notice each inhalation and each exhalation. Maybe come back to that word, that intention that you set all the way at the beginning of your practice. Press into your palms. Lift yourself up back into your downward facing dog. Maybe you shake that right leg out. And then lift the left leg up. Take the left knee behind the left wrist. Half pigeon on the left side. Right leg reaches out behind you. Press back into your palms. Drop onto your left hip and swing your right leg forward. And then swing your left foot forward. Take any flesh away from your sit bones. Flex the toes towards your face. Inhale the arms all the way up. Pull the belly in. And on your exhale, leading with your chest, fold in. Come back to a tall seat. Reach the arms out in front of you. And then using your core, lower all the way down onto your mat, nice and slow. Hug both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, bringing your knee to your nose. And then extend both legs up to the ceiling. Come into a Waterfall with both legs up to the ceiling or into your shoulder stand. Whatever inversion is in your practice, you could come into a headstand. If you are in shoulder stand, just look up at your feet. Don't move your head from side to side. I just did that, which is a big no-no. Always protect your neck. Lower your toes behind your head, coming into plow pose. And then bend your knees. Knees frame the ears. And gently make your way all the way back down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest one more time. And then drop them over to the right side. Cactus out your arms. Gaze out over your left shoulder. Focus on getting both shoulders onto the mat. Bring your legs back through center. Drop them over to the left. Gaze out over your right shoulder. And then come back through center. Extend both legs out in front of you. Take your legs to both edges of your mat. Relax your hands down by the sides of your body, palms face up to receive. Take a breath in. Open up your mouth, sigh out. Shavasana. I'm going to leave you with a small reading, a short reading. Take time to be pleased. Take time to be pleased with all the beauty in this world. Do more than drive by and casually notice a particularly beautiful stretch of scenery. Take in the scene, see it, smell it, touch it if possible. Absorb and feel the beauty you see, and then thank the universe for giving this moment to you. Take time to be pleased with your creations too, your work, your life, yourself. Look around, then look again. Take time to see the beauty in your own life. Take time to absorb and be pleased with the beauty you see. And then take this gift to others too. Taking that time to notice and really see all that is beautiful in the people you know. And then tell them aloud what they mean to you and how beautiful you think they are. Opening up to ourselves and the world means learning to recognize and absorb its beauty. Allow yourself to grow, to define and redefine what true beauty means and feels like to you. You may have deprived yourself of noticing beautiful sights for too long. It's time to take those dark glasses off and appreciate the beauty around you. Our soul is nurtured and fed by taking pleasure in the beauty in this world. Right now, if you have a little more time than usual, take that time to just notice all the beauty around you. There still is so much beauty in this world. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And gently roll over onto your right side. Extend the right hand behind you, making a little pillow for your head. And gently make your way to the top of your mat, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. The light in me honors the beautiful and unique light in you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
Christine, it was great to see you today.
It was great to see you too. Thank you. That was great. That hit the spot.
Oh, good. Was it okay? I was like, there was a lot of balancing, but hopefully that was okay.
It reminded me of the class. I think it was like a little bit over a month ago. I went to house, and I think I had you as my instructor.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was the perfect class.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. Well, I'd love to see you at the studio once we open back up. It'll happen.
You will.
It's hard, right? To remind ourselves things will get back to normal one day.
Yeah, it will be sooner than we even realize, probably.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Justine. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.